woman that can take your spotlight. If I wrote you a symphony just to say how much you mean to me, what would you do?
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deasia, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a little tutorial on how I do my wash and goes, essentially just how I achieve this look. If you're interested in achieving a bomb wash and go, just keep watching. So I just finished washing and deep conditioning my hair. I use the TGIN Miracle Repair Strengthening Shampoo, and usually I use the TGIN deep conditioner as well, but when I went to the store they didn't have it, so I actually tried the Camille Rose Algae Renew Deep Conditioning Mask, and I actually really liked it. Like, I don't think I'll be switching back to the TGIN, to be honest. Don't mind the shirt on my shoulders. It's just better to use a shirt on your hair than a towel. So I'm going to show you guys how I do my wash and goes. Personally, when I'm in the shower, after I'm rinsing out my deep conditioner, I like to section my hair. So I've sectioned it into 8 parts already. I'm starting off with the back. Because my hair is dyed, I don't even condition my hair. I honestly just shampoo and then deep condition my hair, just because I'm trying to keep my hair as moisturized as possible, because obviously it's very dry while it's dyed. The 3 main products I'll be using is As I Am leave-in conditioner. I love this. As I Am curling jelly. I'm going to be using the Extreme Wet Line gel. Obviously do what works for you. This is just a combo that I find works best for me. I do often like try out different products. I plan on trying like a mousse next instead of like a gel to see how well that hold is. But I'm going to first start with detangling my hair, even though it's already detangled. I just want to make sure that's actually detangled. But anyway, so first, my hair is a little bit wet, but I kind of just like to start on wet hair. I'm going to start off with my leave-in conditioner. I have a lot of hair, so I tend to use a lot of product. This is how much. Damn, I look like a ghost. Okay, not too much, but not too little, honestly. If I find that my hair doesn't feel moisturized enough, I add more. And honestly, if you're trying to retain length, if you're trying to grow your hair, you want to make sure you put a good amount of product at the end. If your ends are breaking off, that's probably why your hair feels like it's not growing. You have to literally drench the ends of your hair, especially with conditioner and with leave-in conditioner and any other moisturizing product that you might use. You want to make sure that it's touching the ends. I add a little bit of extra product, literally just to go through the ends. So next, I'm going to use the curling jelly. And I honestly use quite a bit of this. Not even like something that you guys would really be able to see on my hands, but I kind of just scoop it up. And I like to do the praying hand method a little bit when I'm doing this. Just make sure that I get it everywhere. I like to look at the curl definition in order to determine if I've used enough product. I like to see how my curls are reacting. If there's like a frizzy part, obviously I'm gonna add some more product, but I just like to make sure that everywhere is coated with this jelly. The Extreme Wet Line, I kind of just scoop it up into my hand. Again, I like to use, honestly, I use quite a bit of gel too. Again, praying hand method, and I kind of just like to rake my fingers through my hair just so that I know that it's getting like distributed evenly. I might go back in some more and get my roots. I personally like the way these two kind of just work together. Now, I did mention that I do use a lot of product. I don't use too much to the point where my hair turns white. It's kind of just like coated, I guess you could say. I want to reduce flakes. That's actually why I switched from Eco Styler Gel to Extreme Wet Line, because I find that I kind of just like the way my curls react to it more. Plus, I do have low porosity hair, so this is better than Eco Styler for my hair. Again, use what products work for you. So this is what I mean. I kind of rake my fingers through it. I like to keep my hair in like their natural sections, natural clumps. But if there's like a section that's too big, I'm kind of just going to separate it. And on to the next side. So I'm going to do the same thing on the next side. Separating your hair definitely does make it go by faster, because you don't have to stop and part and you grab a section and keep going. You kind of just detangle it and keep it moving. Grab my water. When it comes to leave-in conditioner, make sure you're getting it at the ends. Like, I like to think about it, the ends of my hair is like the oldest part of my hair, so it definitely needs the most moisture, especially because that's where it's like prone to like breakage. It definitely needs more jelly than I do gel. I kind of just like to use the jelly so that it kind of defines my curls, and then the gel just to like hold it together. I like to make my curls as defined as possible, especially in this process. Like I want to make sure that everywhere is coated with jelly and gel, just because over time as the days go on, it does start to like get frizzy, and that's when I'm kind of just tempted to style my wash and goes. And I find that the frizzy styled look looks so good. I'd say I wash my hair, I can wash my hair up to once a week, but if I have a lot going on, then it's probably once every week and a half, once every 2 weeks. When I do wash and goes, or like when I'm doing my hair, honestly, usually the goal is to do my hair once a week. However, after like 5 days max, sometimes 6 days if I'm super pushing it, my wash and goes start to get a little old, I guess you can say. Like they just look really frizzy and it's not as defined as I want it to. So if you look a video on how I style my wash and goes after, I definitely can't do that. This is like a big section here. This here is like a big section. You can do it in big sections. I prefer not to do it because again, I want it to be super defined, so I kind of just do half at a time if I have the time, because I don't want any frizzy patches in my hair. Everywhere to be nicely coated, and so obviously you can go through and do a big section, but me personally, I just like to do small sections. I'm gonna grab the next section, and honestly, it's really easy. It's just really repetitive. Some sections or some little curls just don't have the definition that I want. If it's not giving what I want it to give, I go back and I kind of just single out that strand and coat it with a little bit of gel. That definitely works to like train those curls. You can also kind of just coil it around. Personally, I don't necessarily like to do that. I'm just gonna flip over to the next side and do the same.
Baby, you don't know what you do to me. Between me and you, I feel a chemistry. I won't let no one come and take your place, 'cause the love you give, it can't be replaced.
Now I'm about halfway. So I like to take my diffuser. I half my hair first, and then when I'm done, I dry everything. Again, give you a little demonstration before I turn it on. I kind of like to take the bottom of my hair and kind of just scrunch it up like this, not to the point where I'm like crushing the curls, but enough to the point where it's drying basically everything. And this is really good for training your curls. I like to dry my hair on high heat because I'm not trying to spend excessive amount of time drying my hair. So high heat, high volume. And if you don't like to use heat, then you can do low heat, high volume. So I don't necessarily do it until it's fully dry. I just do it until it's dry enough. Now for the front half, I find that since I started dyeing my hair, my front curls are definitely much looser. My hair has always had 2 different curl patterns, and now that I've dyed it, it's definitely very obvious. I have to do a lot more curl training and just separation. I have to just put more attention into the front of my hair. I like to use my diffuser just because I feel like already you can kind of see that it's gotten a little bit bigger. It definitely helps with making my hair just bigger. It adds more volume. I find that I definitely have to do a lot more shingling to the front of my hair, especially to achieve that high definition look. You can also use a brush and kind of just brush through your hair. I tend to do that towards the front. I use this brush. I don't usually put the attachment in. Really for no reason, I choose not to put the attachment in. But I do recommend this brush. I use it for literally everything now. Now I'm actually just gonna finish this side just because it's easier to kind of just finish one side and move on to the other. And now even though I do have bangs, I do also make sure to put a good amount of leave-in conditioner at the ends of my bangs too, just for the same reason of retaining the length. I don't want it to break off.
It's not that I don't want you here. It's something about the way you stare into my...
As you can see, I finished my hair. This is a little 360 for you guys. I literally just finished putting the product in it. I'm going to show you guys how I just do the little tweaks of just manipulating it so that it looks the way I want it to look. So first of all, this part here, you can't really see it because my bangs are kind of in the way, but what I do with my bangs, I kind of just brush them forward just a little bit. I do have to spend the day without really seeing anything. Just because my bangs kind of just fall forward. I did mention that I do grab my diffuser and I go through that step again, so that's what I'm gonna do.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dolls that I grew beside, all the niggas round me, gotta watch the time cause it's flying.
I've finished drying my hair. It's not completely dry, it's just, again, dry enough. I usually just leave it like this for the rest of the day and then I come back to it tomorrow to kind of finish it up. As I mentioned, I kind of do put my bangs to the front of my face and I kind of just push them off to the side just so that I can see. And then tomorrow I'm going to show you guys how I pick my hair so that, for one, you don't really see this line here going on. It's definitely bigger and obviously dry. You know, I'll just show you guys the process of how I finish it up tomorrow and kind of how I just style it. So for the rest of the day, I kind of just leave it. I do have some kind of like stringy ends. I don't cut it when it's wet at all, even though it is very tempting. I don't cut it when it's wet. I wait until it's dry so I can actually see how it really looks before I decide to cut it. My hair is not completely dry, but it's not wet either. I usually just give it the rest of the day, or however many hours it needs to dry, and then I kind of just do the finishing touches. I'll check back in with you guys tomorrow when it is done drying. I'll show you guys how I break the gel cast as well as how I pick it out to kind of style it and give it the volume and definition that I want it to have. So I will catch up with you guys tomorrow. It's the next day. As you can see, I let my hair dry and it's currently still in the gel cast. Like, it's really like crunchy almost. I want to say it took about 4-5 hours to fully dry. I just like to give it some extra time just so that it's completely dry by the time I move on to this next step of breaking the cast. I like to kind of just pull on my hair and use oil too. Pour some oil. I honestly use a good amount of oil too. Just pull on my hair while I'm rubbing it in, and you'll see my hair start to like get bigger. I'm not really pressed on like getting the oil to go through every single like strand of hair. This is kind of just like an overall oil up my hair and pull it. This back. And already I can like feel the cast breaking. It feels softer and bouncier. And I do the same for my bangs. So basically I'm just gonna keep adding oil until I feel like the cast is completely broken and it just feels really like soft. Next, I got my pick. Honestly, I feel like you can just keep picking forever, but I'm just going to pick the roots of my hair. Do is I like to just put it in the roots of my hair, kind of like I'm scratching my scalp, and I just pull up towards the sun. I don't do like a tease, I just pull it up first. And so now that I've done that, I kind of do it again a different way. So here, and then I kind of just like this. I do it everywhere as well. And then I also do the same for my bangs. Kind of like covering my eyes. So here is where I kind of just trim whatever I feel like needs to be trimmed. Essentially, I like to have my bangs kind of sit right above my eyes, which is honestly why I'm constantly cutting them so much. I like to just see where my hair falls, and then I kind of just snip. I do not pull it. I just see where it is and trim. I also kind of like to make sure that the place that I'm cutting is in that little section, that little part of where my bangs are. So here, if I pull it, it kind of falls in that little area where my bangs are, so I kind of just If you want, you can go around the sides of your hair. I don't do that. I leave that to the professionals. I just focus on my bangs. If I feel like I've snipped enough, I then go back in and pick it a little bit more. I'd say day 2 or day 3 is probably when it's looking its best, but I think I'm pretty satisfied with this today. Actually, I might keep picking. So I finished picking. I'm happy with this fullness. Essentially, again, it is just gonna get bigger and bigger and like fluffier, which I really like, but this is how it's looking. So again, I just picked and I kind of just move my hair around, so like those pieces that tend to get tucked under here, you want to just pull them onto the front just to give it some more definition and some more fullness. And yeah, that is how I got my hair to look like this. So if you like this video, please, you know, subscribe to my channel. If you want some more hair videos, I'm so down to do more hair videos. Just let me know what you want to see. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a like, comment down below, and subscribe to my channel to see more. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye.